Welcome everyone, this is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. First of all, this channel is proudly sponsored by Magi-Knights Awakening. This is a Super Sentai and Magical Girl inspired tabletop role-playing game where you get to confront mythos-like horrors. You will find it in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by Dead Tree Studios, the publishers and developers of Dames of Asstoria, a tabletop role-playing game where you play as monster girls experiencing high adventure in a world that doesn't fully accept them. They have recently released Daughters of Lamb. This is a pay-what-you-want tabletop RPG where you get to play as cybernetic nuns with guns, looking for the missing pieces of their AI god. You will find it in their website. The links will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This channel is also proudly sponsored by the Red Room Publishing. Please check out their store for exclusive tabletop RPG products. They have recently released Savage Swords. This is a Conan-inspired tabletop RPG where you get to explore ancient civilizations and confront forgotten nightmares. You will find it in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Now, a moment, please, while I maximize. Mm-mm. There we go. Today, I am continuing the solo tutorial actual play campaign featuring Dragonbane. If you haven't seen the other parts of this solo tutorial campaign, please check out the playlist in the description below. I am currently in the last part of the campaign. As usual, I will try to make it as clear as possible when I am playing the role of the main character, Garman the Reckless, and when I am coming up with the interpretations of the results of the oracles and tables. And so it begins. Garman continues his way. A pause. It's possible that I may end up interrupting this session because I'm expecting a package, but I will pause and resume if that happens. Let's continue. Garman continues his way through the dark tunnel and remembers the words of the old wolf king. Beware the blasts of superheated steam from molten pits below. I know not what dwells in this scalding fog, but ye shan't be alone. As Garman, I press my body against the wall to my left and look around, half squinting, attempting to see through the fog. Rolling spot hidden with a bane. Despite the sulfurous vapors stinging at Garman's eyes, he can see a path between two rock formations that would allow stealthy passage through this section of the cavern. As Garman, I take quick but cautious steps towards the area between the rock formations. I roll sneaking Garman easily navigates his way between the rock formations and can see a tunnel just around the corner to the right of the section he is standing in. As Garman, I continue to stealthily, but hastily make my way towards the tunnel that has been revealed. Garman accomplishes this with ease and continues his path. The danger die goes up by one. Garman continues walking through the tunnel, and the words of Ingolfer, the old wolfkin, once again resonate within his mind. A bloody skirmish between orc and cultist leaves a goblin the sole survivor. They lie injured at the bottom of a great pit. Find them, earn their trust, and ask about the treasure hidden ahead. As Garman, I continue my way through the tunnel, looking around for the pit that Ingolfer has seen in his vision. Easily enough, Garman is now just to the side of such a pit in a large cavern that was revealed from the tunnel. Garman can clearly see a goblin below. As Garman, I speak. Hello, friend. It looks like you're in a bit of trouble, aren't you? I roll on the fortune chart to determine the goblin's response. I roll on the inspiration table to determine the exact answer. Cease, cursed, group. Cease! You're yammering your voice. It annoys me. In this cursed place. You belong to that group of bandits that left me to die here, don't you? As Garman I speak, I reply, no, certainly not. Who could have done such a thing to you? Let me help you. I roll persuasion with a bait. Pausing for a moment, considering the goblin is extremely distrustful of humans at the moment, I follow up with a new line of reasoning. I push my roll, becoming scared in the process. Hey, listen here, goblin friend. I know there are some very nasty humans, but believe me, I have encountered such people before, and I despise them just as much as you do. I roll persuasion with a bait. The goblin speaks.
Ah, all right, but so help me. If you attack me instead of helping me, I will use everything in my power to defeat you, to kill you. I may be wounded, but I have a goblin's pride. Yeah, yeah, goblin's pride.
As Garman, I reply, no, no, let me help you. I am sure I have some rope with me. Yes, yes. As Garman, I pull out the rope, attach the grappling hook to the end, and toss it to the goblin. Here, you can take care of, take hold of this grappling hook. I will get you out. The goblin does his best to secure himself, taking hold of the rope and attaching the grappling hook to his belt. As Garman, I steady myself with the nearest stone structure closest to me. I look around to make certain that such a structure exists. I roll on the fortune chart under quality. A solid stone spike protruding between the floor and the wall of the cavern looks solid enough to support the rescue efforts. As Garman, I place my right foot on the stone protrusion and begin pulling. I roll a strength check. It is easy enough for Garman to pull the rope with the goblin hanging from it. As the goblin also assists the ascent, the rescue effort, by leaning on the rocky surface, climbing up. As soon as the goblin is completely out of the pit, he speaks.
I have to say, you aren't so bad after all. But tell me now, what do you want in return?
As Garman, I continue speaking. Nothing at all, goblin friend, but I am looking to forge a very powerful weapon. You know, I am in the line of defeating undesirables. So if you could perhaps point me in the right direction to find a forge, as I understand it, Gorum the orc should be working in such a forge. The goblin replies,
Yes, you see those two tunnels over there? Take the one on the left. The right one is a longer path.
thank you, goblin friend. Now, look for a place to hide. Do you need me to support you?
Now I can crawl on my own. For a goblin, I am pretty tough. I know my way around these tunnels. Thanks.
The goblin crawls his way towards a side tunnel, almost completely hidden behind a small rock. as garment. I pack my rope and grappling hook, taking the torch in hand once more, and make my way through the tunnel that the goblin pointed out. And this concludes this part of the solo campaign. Because of the goblin's help, the danger die did not go up. The interpretation was very easy because of the description of the scenes. I didn't need to roll on the oracle tables. However, I still find the descriptions in this solo campaign sometimes too ambiguous. I would prefer a bit more structure to them. I also think, like I said, it still annoys me that you're constantly remembering the words of the old Wolfkin. They, because, like I said, the guys behind this document, they don't know, at least at the time of this, the writing of this document, they didn't know how to roleplay. They could have easily handled all of this with description instead of a bloody skirmish, blah, blah, blah. No, no. As you continue your path, there is a pit. At the bottom of the pit, there is a goblin injured. You know, describing the situation, not like constantly remembering, like somebody telling you, well, depending completely on the seer. And this is also a detriment for those that want to continue running their adventures solo with the solo rules. Now they think that every single adventure module has to have some sort of character that some sort of farseer or clairvoyant or that is constantly feeding information to the player. Ridiculous. Thank you for watching this part of the solo tutorial actual play. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, in tabletop role-playing games, you are not telling stories about your characters. You are experiencing the game world as your characters. Once again, thank you and see you later.